Hello everyone, I am Tejas Pranswe and today along with Ayush Kamath and Vrinda Bhatu, we will be giving a demo on our major project, which is the malware detection and defense against adversarial attacks using machine learning. So this is the outline of our project. New kinds of malicious code are being created every day, and this malware has the potential to compromise our systems. So there needs to be a robust mechanism which can defend against such malicious attacks. Now, traditional methods can't really cope up with new kinds of malware, so we have proposed a machine learning technique. This will definitely help to make a more accurate detection of malware. Also, we intend to prepare a defense for the ML models against adversarial examples so that its vulnerabilities cannot be exploited. These were the objectives that we started out with, and the first one was to decrease the rate of false positives. The second one was to prepare the model against adversarial attacks. The third one was to improve the accuracy of the model after it was trained for adversarial examples as compared to when it was not trained for them. Also, finally, we intended to find the right balance between the computational power and accuracy by choosing the correct features. So I think we have achieved all of the objectives that we set out with. Also, now I'll be giving you a very brief introduction to our system through the block diagram. So this is the dataset, and which we have run a few machine learning algorithms and gotten an output. After that, we put it through a hybrid classifier and received a better output. And finally, we trained the dataset with adversarial examples, and this reduced the rate of false positives. Now Vrinda will take you through the process.
Hello, my name is Brenda, and I'll be explaining the malware classification part. So they just explained, he explained the overview of our project. So we are going to take a data set containing of 1,000 columns, and it has around 40,000 rows. So here we are going. Yeah, so as you can see here, first we have imported all the libraries, and this is our data set. Next we are just uploading it to the drive and we'll get it from there. So these are the functions: the train, test, split, the confusion matrix, um, and here in this function, which is get data, so here we'll be using, out of those 40,000 rows, we are going to use only 5,000 rows for the malware classification. Okay, so this is the function of predictions and probabilities. I'll be explaining this in a minute. Going further, so here we performed a test train split. Then we tried out classification by using 4 machine learning algorithms. First was the K, which is K nearest neighbors, then random forest, then naive Bayes, and SVM. So out of these, we found out that the performance of KNN and the random forest gave us the best results among those 4. So we proceeded with those 2 algorithms, and after feeding in the data, and so KNN gave us the accuracy of 89.59%, and you can see the confusion matrix as well over here. So, and also random forest further gave us a better accuracy than KNN, which was 93.47%. So now what we have improved here is that we try to increase the accuracy of the malware classification by making a hybrid classifier. Hybrid classifier in the sense is that we used neural networks, and we passed in additional four columns. So which was so earlier I so earlier we had defined this function, that is get predictions and probabilities for KNN and RF. So what we did basically was that, if suppose the first row is a benign sample, okay, and KNN and RF both gave us that okay, it is a benign sample. But how they came up with that is that we added in the probability function. So in that, what it does, it gives us the exact probability of how much so 0 is for the benign and 1 is for the malware sample. So 91.6% it felt that it is a benign sample, and 0.8% it felt that it is a malware sample. So overall it uh, gave us that okay, the first row is a benign sample, since the probability of it was more, and this probability was both predicted by KNN and RF. So these are the 4 columns which we further added in our neural network. So these are basically the layers. So as we can see in the first layer, it contains of 1004 inputs. So 1000 which were our earlier columns, and this additional 4. And like as you can see, next is was 5 and 4, 2 and 5, 63, 16, 4, and finally the 1, which is our output. Now we used sigmoid as our activation function. Then we kept a number of epochs as 200 and the batch size as 5 and 2. Um, okay, so after running this, the accuracy which we got by after applying a hardware classifier, so it was 93.39%. So and the best which we got from the random forest was 93.47. However, here it kind of varies. So the highest which we have got after applying a hybrid classifier was 94.058%, which is a uh, like 0.6% increase in the overall answers. So we have tried to overall increase the accuracy, and it differs between this range because it depends upon our neural network. So yeah, so that's it. We basically used first. So I'll just give you the overall what I explained. So first of all, we looked at four machine learning algorithms, which was KNN, random forest, NavPys, and SVM. So from that, okay, so then we looked at then we took one data set, and then we applied it on 4 of these algorithms and see which gave the best accuracy. So we found out that KNN and random forest gave us the best malware classification results. So further on, we used only those 2 algorithms to build our hybrid classifier. So in hybrid classifier, basically we trained a neural network by giving in an input of 1004 initially, and we use sigmoid as our activation function, and we try to increase our overall accuracy of malware classification um, of about 0.6%. So yeah, that's it.
Hello everyone, I'm Ayush Kamath and I'll be explaining the adversarial examples and adversarial training part of our project. So as shown by my teammates, we have so far applied machine learning classifiers on our dataset, and then we created a hybrid classifier in order to improve the accuracy of malware classification. Now, using machine learning algorithms for malware classification is a very good solution, but it does have certain vulnerabilities, especially with regards to adversarial examples. So adversarial examples are basically certain changes made to the features on which the models are being trained in order to induce a misclassification. So this is what attackers do, where they pick a few features and they make very little changes which might be imperceptible, and which ends up inducing a misclassification in the model, and this is how they basically take advantage of the vulnerabilities of the machine learning model. So in order to make the machine learning model robust against adversarial attacks, what we can do is we can create adversarial examples of our own, and then as a defense method we can use adversarial training, where we train and test our machine learning models not only on the original data but as well as the adversarial examples. So firstly, our original data set looks something like this, where we have 1000 columns, each representing a function call for a given sample. So what we've done is we have applied principal component analysis and reduced the 1000 features to 100 features in order to make it easier for us to create adversarial examples. in order for us to easily make changes to these features. So this block of code essentially represents all the function definitions, right from principal component analysis to test train split to making predictions and the confusion matrix. Now this is how our dataset would look after applying principal component analysis, where we've reduced it to 100 features. Now in order to make adversarial examples, we need to know which features are important, which features should we make changes to. So we use something known as feature importance, where we calculate the score for every feature, how important it is, and the summation of all of this is 1. So if we sort the values for these features, we can see, like, for example, feature number 7 has the maximum score followed by feature number 11. So these are essentially the most important features for our machine learning model. Now what we do is we create these adversarial examples. So for creating the adversarial examples, we have chosen every 5th row in our original dataset, and we have made changes to the top 10 features, where we have basically made changes to their values by changing their sign, essentially, as shown over here. Now initially, when we had predicted the accuracy for these models, without having after a principal component analysis, we had found that KNN had close to 91% accuracy and random forest had close to 93% after applying principal component analysis. But now, since we have created adversarial examples, we test these adversarial examples on our machine learning models, and as expected, they exploit the vulnerability and basically we get a random forest accuracy of close to 58%, and we get a KNN accuracy of around 46%. So we need to sort of make these machine learning models a bit more stronger, a bit more robust against these adversarial examples. So defense technique that's used is adversarial training, where we train our machine learning models not only on the original dataset, but also on the adversarial examples that we had created. So over here in this block of code specifically, if you see, we have added the 1000 adversarial examples that we had generated to our original data set of 5000 rows. So we get a 6000 row data set, including both the original rows as well as the adversarial examples, and we do regain some of our lost accuracy. So after adversarial training, the random forest accuracy goes up till 88.8, and the KNN accuracy after adversarial training goes up till 89.6. So as we can see over here, after applying adversarial training, for the most part, we do make our machine learning models stronger against adversarial examples, so that the vulnerabilities are not exploited to a great extent. So just to quickly summarize our project, we have taken a data set with 1000 features. We have applied machine learning models such as random forest, KNN and Naive Bayes on them. Based on the results obtained, we figured out that random forest and KNN perform better. So we used them to create a hybrid classifier, whose maximum accuracy was 0.6% more than the next best existing machine learning classifier. And finally, we created certain adversarial examples in order to exploit the vulnerabilities of machine learning classifiers. And then we applied adversarial training in order to make our machine learning models more robust against these adversarial examples.